need to have. Um, is the recording on as well? Okay. All right. It is 5:30 here at the Commission's offices, and we will get this hearing started. And I'll call this hearing to order. This is a public hearing on PUC docket number 2024-0158, Hawaii Gas's application for approval of rate increases and revised rate schedules and rules. I am Leo Asuncion. I'm the chair of the PUC, and I'm joined by online with Commissioner Naomi Kauai, as well as Commissioner Colin Yost. And we are also joined with the consumer advocate, Michael Angelo, who will be speaking shortly. Today's hearing is being recorded and will later be transcribed by a court reporter. Just as a reminder, you heard earlier from staff, if you care to testify tonight, please type in the WebEx chat function that you wish to testify. You just need to kind of put in there, right, I wish to testify, and then we'll call you in the order that kind of appears on our chat. Okay, Henry says he can't hear anything. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, Henry, we had an earlier kind when Nate logged in. Maybe we might have to just log off and rejoin the meeting, and give you a couple minutes. Apologize to everyone. We'll yeah. I think Henry logged off, so let's see. We'll get back in. Is he? He's still here, yeah. Okay, you're good, Henry? Okay, thank you. So just as a reminder again, if you wish to testify tonight, those members of the public, please type in the chat function that you wish to testify. I don't believe we have anyone on the phone line, so but in case we do afterwards, I will poll those who are on the phone if they wish to testify. State law requires that the commission hold a public hearing whenever a public utility proposes a rate increase. The commission published a notice of today's public hearing in the Maui News on September 23rd and 30th, and also on October 12, 14, and 15, as well as in the Honolulu Star Advertiser on September 23rd and 30th, and October 14 and 15. The commission also filed the public hearing notice in its publicly accessible database, CDMS, on September 18, 2024. Hawaii Gas's requests are described in more detail in the company's application, which was filed on July 26, 2024, and in the hearing notice. In general, Hawaii Gas is requesting commission approval of the following: a total revenue increase of $24.346 million, or approximately 17.67% increase over revenue at current effective rates for the normalized test year 2025. They are also requesting tariff changes, revisions to its rate schedules and rules, and approval of a main upgrade program and insurance premium recovery rider. Third item that Hawaii Gas is requesting commission approval of is other relief as may be just and reasonable under the circumstances. This evening, the commission is holding this public hearing for docket number 2024-0158. The purpose of this hearing is for the commission to take testimony, not to answer questions about the application. However, I will be asking Hawaii Gas and the Division of Consumer Advocacy to kind of hang around after we conclude this meeting in case any members of the public have any questions for them at that time. And at that time, we will not be recording that portion. That's just private Q&A between any members of the public and Hawaii Gas and the consumer advocate. We will have one staff kind of online to answer any kind of logistical items, but then they'll basically be there just to make sure if Q&A gets done, and when it's done, then they'll close out the meeting and close out the WebEx. The scope of this public hearing is limited to the issues listed at the outset of the hearing, and that are also included in Hawaii Gas's application. Some ground rules for testifying. Hawaii Gas will be given 8 minutes to discuss their application, and the consumer advocate will be given 8 minutes to explain its role in the process and present any testimony. All other testifiers will have 5 minutes to present testimony at this hearing. A note to testifiers: you may not give all or any portion of your allotted time to another testifier. For those testifiers as well, and those who wish not to testify online tonight, you can also submit your comments in writing to the commission by email or by regular mail. Please reference docket number 2024-0158 and the email comments to puc@hawaii.gov, or you can mail comments to the PUC offices at 465 South King Street, room 103, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96813. And those items are in the chat. Our staff has put them in there, and then we'll repeat it again at the conclusion of the hearing. If you do testify this evening, at the beginning of your testimony, please identify yourself, state whether or not you are testifying on behalf of an organization or as an individual, and state whether you support or oppose the request provided by Hawaii Gas in its application. With that, we'll begin the testimony first from Hawaii Gas, followed by the Division of Consumer Advocacy, and then anyone from the public who has signed up to testify. I will note that this particular hearing was set up for residents of Lanai, but it is open to the general public. So if there's anyone from, when we call for public testimony, we'll look for any residents of Lanai first, and then all those thereafter can provide their testimony. And again, reminder, just put into the chat that you wish to testify, and then we'll call upon you. So I will turn it over to Nate Nelson from Hawaii Gas to provide their testimony.
Good evening, Chair Asuncion, Commissioner Kauai, and Commissioner Yost, and members of the public. Thank you for participating in today's public hearing. My name is Nathan Nelson, and I'm the General Counsel here at Hawaii Gas. We are submitting a presentation that's entitled Hawaii Gas Rate Proceeding, Maui County Public Presentation, dated October 14, 15, and 16, 2024. And in this presentation, there are several things that are discussed, but this is the first rate increase that Hawaii Gas has requested since 2018. And since that time, we've made significant investments in our system infrastructure, clean and renewable energy initiatives, and we've also faced significant increases in operational and maintenance costs. And the presentation that is being submitted discusses and outlines the drivers and the need for rate relief. For residential customers on Lanai, I know that there's been a number of numbers that have been published in the paper and otherwise, but I wanted to give you a sense from a bill impact perspective, if approved, what it would mean for you. Because the utility system that serves you is very small, you're susceptible to really large rate increases if relatively small changes are made to your utility system. And to lessen that impact, we're proposing to harmonize rates across all neighbor islands. And what this means for you on Lanai, that if the proposed rates are approved, average residential customers whose average consumption is about 13.7 therms a month would see their bill increase from $66 at existing rates to about $72. And that's an increase of about $6 per month. Now, with that being said, and in the interest of permitting more time for the public to ask questions, we're going to stand on the presentation that we just outlined and submitted and noted above. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. We'll move now to the consumer advocate, Michelangelo.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Chair Asuncion, Commissioner Kauai, Commissioner Yost, members of the community. My name is Michelangelo, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Division of Consumer Advocacy in the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. Our office is also referred to as the Consumer Advocate. The Consumer Advocate represents the interests of consumers in regulated public utility and transportation matters before the Public Utilities Commission. By advocating for the provision of safe and reliable utility services delivered cost-effectively, equitably, and in line with the state's clean energy goals and their climate goals. I'm here this evening to listen to the community's comments and concerns regarding the gas company doing business as Hawaii Gas, request to the Commission for a rate increase and revised rate schedules and rules in this matter. Hawaii Gas's requests include total revenue increase of $24.346 million, or approximately 17.67% increase over revenue at current effective rates. The company further seeks approval of a rate of return of 9.05% on rate base, revisions to its rate schedules and rules, and approval of 2 tariff riders. The Consumer Advocate will independently review the reasonableness of Hawaii Gas's requested rate increases and revised rate schedules and rules. As part of our analysis, we will conduct discovery where we request data and information to evaluate the company's support for the requested rate increases and revised rate schedules and rules. Then, later in this proceeding, we will submit the results of our analysis and recommendations to the Commission for their decision on Hawaii Gas's requested relief. Tonight, however, we are here to listen to the community's concerns and comments regarding the proposed rate increases and revised rate schedules and rules. Any concerns and comments that you may have are an important part of our evaluation of Hawaii Gas's request. We encourage the public to express your opinions to the Commission and our office regarding Hawaii Gas's proposal and the impact that the requested relief might have on you. If the Commission approves a requested increase, this will assist both our office and the Commission in our work. As we move forward, please feel free to contact the Consumer Advocate's office at any time to share your thoughts, concerns, and questions regarding this or any other utility matter. And I see that Andrew has posted our contact information in the chat, so thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you, Chair.
All right, thank you, Mr. Angelo. I guess I'll turn now to the general public. So far, we don't see anyone that is wishing to testify. If you do, either put it in a chat or basically unmute yourself. Just verifying, there's no one that's calling in, right? That has called in just on the phone. Okay. So no one on the phone. So last call, any public testimony? We'll move now to adjournment. So following the conclusion of this public hearing, the Commission and the Division of Consumer Advocacy will continue with their review of Hawaii Gas's requests. The process will conclude with the Commission's issuance of its written decision. This concludes the public hearing for docket number 2024-0158. Again, there are some messages from WebEx. Okay. So you see our email address as well as our mailing address up on the screen right now. Again, if there are any questions, public questions just for Hawaii Gas or the Division of Consumer Advocacy, I'm going to ask those two, Mike and Nathan, to hang around for a little while. Afterwards, we'll stop the recording, and then if there's any questions for them, and then we'll just monitor on our side. If that's done, then we'll close out the hearing. With that, I want to thank everyone for attending and participating tonight's public hearing. We'll stand adjourned. Thank you.
Aloha, Nate. Why are you harmonizing only neighbor islands? Why not Oahu also?